StreamYard with awesome edit live awesome start button pause return to end stream button main
Woo! Awesome sauce. Hi everyone, this is Awesome Sauce Radio. I am your host, Blind Adam Wonders, the comic pimp. Thank you for inviting me into your homes and your hearts. We do not have a man in the chair tonight. Nemesis is recovering. Nemesis, get better soon. I love you, brother. To my other man in the chair, Almega, who decided to take a month off. I hope you enjoy your month off. And then we'll meet again at Terrificon, where you and me will fight in front of Sergeant Slaughter. And then I'm going to take a Cobra Clutch. And then you're going to take a Cobra Clutch. And Terrificon is at the Mohegan Sun, a wannabe BS casino that thinks it's Las Vegas in the heart of Connecticut. Mohegan Sun, Terrificon.com. Tell them about Adam sent you. Now, returning to the Awesome Sauce airwaves is a good friend of the show. He's one of the moderators over on the World of Kevin Smith Facebook group, fellow podcaster. DJ Gove, how you doing, brother?
Adam, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for having me back.
My pleasure. I can't complain. Like I was telling you, in the backstage, just enjoying some peace and quiet with my parents out of their house.
There you go. So I wanted to say, I didn't know we didn't get to it while we were backstage, but I'll see you at Terrificon then. So lunch is on me, or beers or something.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, that week is that I'm just wondering as I was looking at dates. Did everyone pick a convention that weekend?
Yeah, I mean, but
I'm tempted to say screw Terrificon and go to Chicago for Fan Expo.
Oh yeah. The thing with Terrificon for me though is obviously it's a quick drive, and if you're into comic creators and comic artists, their collection of guests this year is utterly insane.
Yeah,
insane.
I saw the comic book creator side, and I'm like, Matt, you stacked it. And
yeah, Mitch killed it this year.
Yeah. And then I saw that he had Brian and Jeff there too. I was like, Brian, Jeff, and then I saw Meg.
Yep. And Daredevil.
Yeah, so most likely, like, I'm still waiting to get it. Hopefully, Mitch decides to like approve me this year. Because it's like because for some reason he'll like approve me 1 year, reject me 1 year, approve me. It's like every year.
Oh, I got you. Well, hopefully he lets you in. So I just went ahead and bought passes because this year they're doing when you buy like their VIP pass, you get like a line skip fast pass.
Oh,
and
nice.
with Jim Lee being there, and with Scotty Young and Adam Hughes and Daredevil, with Charlie Cox there, it made too much sense not to have one of those.
All right, so I'm gonna have to go digging for my Scotty Young stuff. Son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, luckily every Marvel book in the world right now has a Scotty Young cover out, so.
That is true.
There's Scotty Young comics falling out of the sky, so.
And then he did that whole big Marvel variant team that they're doing is kind of like, come on, like we really need more theme variants.
There's some adorable ones, so.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, the chick's
yeah.
And like I said, I've been pulling Jim Lee books out left and right too.
Yeah, I've done the Jim Lee experience before, luckily. So like I have like my first Hush and some other stuff signed my Wildcats #1. This time I'm gonna crack my 9/8 X-Men #1. I'm gonna have him and Chris Claremont sign it, send it back in. So I'm gonna have this like life-changing checkbox of a book finally signed in Signature Series CGC'd. Pretty excited. So
yeah, but I'm actually gonna have him. Depending if I get it back, because they're only a week apart, is I'm gonna have a buddy of mine over at Amazing Las Vegas kind of get my X-Men 270 3, the Savage Land Road cover signed.
Yep.
Roseanne.
Oh, excellent.
And then and hopefully if I can get it back in time, then have a double signed by her and Jim Lay.
Oh, that'd be excellent. That's a great cover.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Classic.
What did you think of the new Superman pictures?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I'm a huge DC Comics guy. I'm more DC than Marvel. I'm one of the few, I guess, that admit that openly. I love what James Gunn did with the Suicide Squad. I loved Peacemaker. I'm very excited with what he could possibly do with the DCU. Not so much just for the James Gunn of it, but the fact that it seems like they're finally going to give someone the properties and leave them the hell alone and let them kind of cook for a little bit. So I'm excited.
About time after 20 years.
No, seriously, no kidding. I did like what I saw so far. There was a lot of griping online about, there's too many characters because the pictures were of him and Mr. Terrific. But a lot of these characters would be like, I think just quit dropping kind of things. But I do like the costume. I like how they kind of took the more modern New 52. They gave it like an offshoot of the Kingdom Come logo. They put the tights back on him, so it's kind of like a greatest hits collection of Superman costume parts in the suit. I do like the fact that the Clark Kent pictures, his hair is different. He does look totally different. It's not just Superman with glasses on, so that was kind of cool. I mean, I'm hopeful. It's going to take a while because I'm one of those guys who I love Henry Cavill as that character so much. It's going to take a little bit for me to kind of forget about him, so to speak.
That's
but
true. Cavill did a good job. Out of all the Snyderverse stuff, Man of Steel was my favorite.
Yeah, no, I will definitely give you that. It's a tie like Man of Steel and probably I love the Snyder Cut Justice League movie, so that's just me. I like Aquaman a lot too. Actually, no, for me it's Man of Steel and Wonder Woman 1. The first Wonder Woman movie was
that was phenomenal because that was the first movie I got to watch audio descriptive.
Oh, excellent!
Because that's when the School for the Blind was like, you can get your movies with audio descriptive. Like, what the fuck is audio description?
And you bring it.
Jay showed it to me, and I was like, sweet. Now I can enjoy movies like when I can see it again. This is amazing.
I'm gonna have to go out and find, because there's the scene in Wonder Woman when she steps out of the bunker into no man's land and draws all the gunfire. I'm dying to know how they describe that now, because that, like, visually, it was
I haven't watched it in a while, so I would have to go back and watch the movie to figure that out.
It was a thing, man. That was a good shot. But yeah, no. But again, back to Superman. I'm very hopeful. I mean, it's got the DC stuff. It's starting to go. I mean, Superman's filming right now. I think Peacemaker season 2 is done.
I think they're in pre-production because I keep on seeing casting stuff for it all the time now.
Okay, I mean it's pre-production, and then I don't know if you know, they just HBO gave the full Lanterns series. Yeah, they gave a full series order to Lanterns, and Green Lantern is my favorite character in all of comic books. Is the Hal Jordan Green Lantern. So I'm super excited for the promising future of DC Live Enterprises. I hope while they're doing all this, I hope they decide to maybe bring back Titans or something too, because I really like that. But give me all my toys.
That would be awesome, but I would like to see some, and this probably won't happen, but I'd like to see some connection to the Arrowverse. Just because that was probably one of my favorite parts of DC TV history.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, like, I wish you could get Grant back as Flash.
That would be amazing. I think Mel is open to the idea of coming back as Arrow. I mean, he's been kind of flip and flab with it in every other interview I've seen him in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, it would be kind of cool to have him back, but I think if you're going to do Green Arrow going forward eventually, I think you need to kind of use the more like tongue-in-cheek Robin Hood-y kind of Green Arrow. I think you're going to need that, the dark and broody Green, because they tried to make Green Arrow Batman in that show, I think, with kind of like the voice modulator and stuff. I don't know if you can do that anymore, but we'll see what happens. I mean, Green Arrow's one where you probably want to get him as like a bit part in another movie. I don't know if he can carry his own picture, but we'll see. I mean, hey, the sky's the limit. So
Oh,
I mean,
exactly. I'd be happy with just a green, because Green Arrow is my favorite DC character.
oh, excellent. Okay.
So you know, just even if you just got a cameo in Peacemaker, just
That'd
to
be
watch
cool.
him bitch slap John Cena.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, no, I think you'll get him eventually. You're gonna get all the weird stuff. You're gonna get Green Arrow and Booster Gold. I think you're gonna get Plastic Man eventually, and like all these weird things. I'm pretty confident in getting the Justice League Dark eventually. So you're probably gonna get Zatanna and Dead Man and all that. So fingers crossed we get all of it.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Superman so far. I wish people would stop player hating every other 2 seconds and let's get a trailer first. Let's get something where it's, you know, not just set picks.
Yeah.
I have a reason to bitch, and everyone, you know, you're never gonna get the magic of the Christopher Reeves movies again. Just let it rest, please.
Yeah, no, those are special.
Yeah. Everyone who's bitching that, you know, this new kid took Cavill's spot. You know, hey, they made their movies. You know, unfortunately, the Snyderverse did not work the way they wanted to, or we wouldn't be in this position we're in right now.
Yep.
And it's just like, shut up already. Just let's all try to enjoy something for once.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I loved, like I said, I loved Cavill, and I absolutely loved Affleck as Batman, and I would kill to have the two of them back. It was, I mean, if you're gonna do this thing, you kind of have to start from scratch. It's just it's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. So,
Definitely.
I mean, the only thing I would probably do if you were gonna bring anything back from that old universe, I would probably keep J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon, and that would probably be it.
Yeah, even every time I saw J.K. Simmons, that's all I could think was J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I always think of him as Schillinger from Oz, man. So I think dark thoughts when I see J.K. Simmons. But
I haven't seen Oz in forever.
I think it's the greatest TV show ever.
Is it on Max? I might have to go check that out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's on Prime too. I think you can get it on Prime, maybe. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, or on DVD at my house. I have it all on DVD. So
actually, I think if I look at one of my DVD bins that I have not brought to a convention in a while, because it's got all my adult entertainment shit in there as well. You know, so I want to know: is Kevin Smith aware of the Clerks porn parody?
100% he is. 100%. I forget. I've heard him talk about it before. I forget where it was. It might have been at a Q&A, I think, on one of the road shows. Probably the Reboot Road Show. I think someone asked a question about it. So, I mean, he 100% knows it's out there. Obviously, they didn't have to ask permission or nothing for that because it's porn.
No, they did not. That's all they basically did is I actually watched it without the sex because it was on YouTube. I was looking because I think I was gonna have a man of the chair for tonight, and I was looking to see if there was a trailer for it.
Yeah.
So I said,
you read it for the articles, right?
No, I watched it.
That's funny.
It's basically just the exact same dialogue with just little tweaks.
Yeah.
They make Jay and Bob chicks, which ironically the girl that plays they call her Big Silent Bertha is a good friend of mine in the industry.
Oh, really?
You know,
that's funny.
And then they had one of the Hayes sisters playing Donna, which is the female version of Dante.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's fucking hysterical. It really is fucking hysterical.
That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, I said I know he knows about it because I've heard him talk before about it. Yeah, I mean, it's I mean, I guess it's you should be flattered. I mean, he thought high enough of him to do a parody. Did they ever do one for any of his other movies?
I haven't looked. That was the only one I knew of. And actually, I've asked him about several times. I was like, why didn't you just make a Trish edition while that's 18?
Yeah,
Uh, you know,
maybe that's it, Adam. You gotta write the next one.
I'm looking at it. If I was to make a porn parody of any of his movies, it probably would be Mallrats.
Ball rats.
Yeah, it's either that. I mean, Chasing Amy actually just lends a little bit better story wise.
that is true.
There's less. You know, it's easier to do something that way, and then at a mall.
Yeah, no, I mean it would be one hell of a shared moment kind of thing. So
Oh, definitely. Let's see. I want to notice the new question you guys hate is on the boards in that group is now, where can I see Kilroy?
yeah, it's pretty annoying.
Is that the new 37?
Yeah, it almost is. The amount of people that just can't Google it and figure out the deal with that. So it's tough too, because people try to put people try to throw it up on Tubi and stuff like that and share links with it, and you can't share that stuff on Facebook. It gets flagged. We've had people try to share. There's that other movie Kevin does with the Jesus stuff that you can't buy, and people try to share like YouTube and Tubi links for that all the time and free links, and that stuff gets flagged. We've almost lost the group a couple times, but yeah, Kilroy's the new one.
Buddy Christ.
Yeah, Jay and Silent Bob Meet Jesus.
Yeah,
or God or whatever.
AKA
Yeah.
Dogma.
Yes.
That's you people. Can I bitch, because that's all I said at a post was I was saying how much I loved Kilroy was here, because it's my favorite one of all his horror movies. And
yeah, it just did.
let me please on this for a second, because I have one of the mods here.
No, go nuts.
To all you motherfuckers in the group who made fun of my spelling and my grammar because I'm blind and dyslexic, and I was in a rush that day because I was getting 9 things done at once.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin doesn't read the boards, and how do we know he's blind?
Yeah. So Kevin does read the boards. Kevin's commented on stuff. And I think if you look back on that post before we shut it down because it was just getting out of control, I believe the first comment you'll see on yours to that guy was me saying, "He's blind, you fucking asshole. It's a text-to-speech app." So I got you, dude.
Then,
I got you.
I saw that, and the one that really, really touched my heart, because I barely ever see her in the group at all, was Ashley.
Oh, yeah, no, she's good people.
I was a valued member of the group.
Yep.
I was like, oh wow, I can't. It's like cool. I can actually get in touch with her through here, because like I said, I do have an event I want to pitch for Smart Castle come October.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, no, it's the Kilroy stuff is annoying. People don't understand that it was the other thing. The number one thing. So I mean, the one thing that people really don't understand is that it's not a Kevin Smith movie. It was a student film project. He helped with it. He executive produced it. He kind of championed it for them. Matt was the mascot kind of. But it's not his movie. The kids decided to sell it off as an NFT. If you didn't buy one of those NFTs, that's it. It's over. They legally cannot release it on DVD and stuff like that. It's part of the distribution model they chose. Was the flavor of the month at the time, and I think it kind of phased out the whole NFT thing, but that's just it is what it is. Unless they go and buy all those back or something, it's not happening. So you're never gonna get a DVD release of Kilroy. So you got to find someone that has an NFT for it.
And to the people who bitch and moan, you can still buy the NFT, and it's not all that expensive either. It's only $100 and change.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, in my case, the NFT market was not made for the blind and visually impaired in mind.
That's true.
And another one of the groups, which I'm surprised you guys didn't crack down on that particular post either, was someone said they would buy someone's NFT for like $10. And I'm like, all right, let me see where this goes for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that's
Someone was talking about the I'm gonna give everyone a public service announcement here. This way Mark and Beth and everyone who's a mod doesn't have to answer this. If you guys go into your motherfucking Google, you type in motherfucking Kilroy was here, Internet Archives, hit enter. It's the first thing that pops up, you stupid assholes who said that I'm not. One person can figure out how to do it. It can't be that difficult.
Yeah, that being said, I've seen it. It's pretty good. Gives me like a creep show kind of vibes, maybe like Tales from the Hood kind of vibes, but it was pretty good.
I had a Tales from the Crypt vibe to me.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's an anthology kind of thing, but it was good. It was good. Ralph killed it. Ralph Garman was awesome in that movie.
Wait, who did Ralph play in that? Because I did not recognize him.
Ralph was one of the preachers.
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
In the scene with the kids, yeah, he's the main preacher guy.
With the one with the immigrant kids?
With the immigrant kids, yeah.
Actually, my favorite thing was the opening thing with the girl with the heart transplant.
Yeah, it was kind of cool too.
As soon as she had used that, she was going to say, "I wanted to say something." I was like, "Yep."
Yeah, that was a cool movie. They did a pretty good job with it. So.
And like I said, I actually liked Chris Jericho as the Gator Chaser.
I mean, I love Jericho anyway. That's one of my guys. So it was nice to get Chris in there. So.
Like I said, I'm still not going on this damn cruise.
No, I'm not doing that, but I am dying. He's one of the few like guys of my wrestling guys I've never met before from back in the day, and I very much would like to meet Chris Jericho. I got action figures to get signed. I got a Jay and Silent Bob reboot poster to get signed. I got some stuff for Mr. Jericho.
Yeah, probably the reboot DVD. For me at this point, it'd be like more of almost all my Fozzy albums.
Yeah, so I've seen Fozzy a couple times in concert. So I have I have a vinyl sign they sell at the shows, like a set list poster and stuff. So
actually,
I got that stuff.
Yeah, if I can just debate them to come on the podcast, I might just talk to one of my stripper friends and be like, "How much would it cost to have you come to my studio, my podcast studio?" And I'll just pay an extra $45 and go to a shared universe.
Yeah,
I guess I know Ming would love that.
There you go. Pull some strings, man.
Yeah, he'd probably say I'm crazy and kick me out of the studio for life, but it's perfect.
There you go.
It'd be like, how much would it cost to have you give me a lap dance to a Fozzy song? And it'd just be like, dear Mr. Jericho, thank you for being an inspiration. Look at the monster. Look at the blind idiot monster you created. Next to you, I have a podcast.
Well, if anyone's listening, tag Fozzy in the video, so Adam can get a hold of Jericho.
Like I said, one of the greatest talkers on the mic in wrestling in history.
Yep. Yeah, he's top 3, 100%.
How was Fan Expo Boston for you this year?
It was a pain in the ass, man. It was in a new building because there's a whole bunch of construction over in the area it usually is. So it was a lot to deal with. We were there strictly for Rosario. So went Friday and Saturday, took my daughter, my nephew, again, basically just for Rosario, but it was very busy on Saturday. I heard Sunday was dead, so we probably should have went on Sunday, but we got the thing done, so
that's awesome. How was Rosario in person?
She's the best.
Wasn't able to make Philadelphia this year, so hopefully next year if Fan Expo keeps her on.
Yeah, so I mean, I've luckily had the pleasure of meeting her before. I've done some Kevin movie stuff with her, so I've had that privilege before. She is an absolute gem of a person. She's the queen, as we say. And it was my nephew, who's a massive Star Wars Clone Wars fan. it was cool because he got to meet Ahsoka, both Rosario and Ashley Eckstein. So that was big for him. But
That's awesome sauce.
yeah, it was awesome. I mean, no, it was good though. So, like I said, I took my daughter, her and I got tattoos. One of our tattoo artists travels all the fan expos with Ink Empire. So we got some ink
Nice.
done. Yeah, I got some ink done, bought some art, got a couple autographs, and then, got out of there. But
Cool. Wait, what art did you buy?
what did I get? My daughter got me a forget the guy's name. We have one of his paintings in the house. But she got me a lithograph of the Frankenstein from the Monster Squad, which is one of my favorite movies. And then I got there was a guy there, James Mulligan. He works for Disney. He's the art director for the Walt Disney Company. And he did an exclusive print that was Ariel at Faneuil Hall in Boston wearing a Red Sox hat. Called it Red Hair, Red Hat. And I bought the one-of-one artist-proof canvas painting of that print. So that was the Fan Expo. So, but yeah, I mean, we go every year. I mean, Fan Expos, they're very generous with giving us media passes and stuff. And, so whenever we try to go, we do on top of, doing some autograph stuff with the celebrity guests, we always try to do what we can with the vendors and the artists too. So I try to, spend as much as I can and give back to that community. But it's always a good time. So because it was tough in the new building, parking and stuff.
Like I said, Fan Expo Boston is usually my favorite Fan Expo out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just because their team who handles everyone for media is like the most accommodating.
Oh yes, yeah, very much so.
Well, actually, one of the head people there is works for a school for the blind in Boston. So.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's why they were really the 2 years that because I didn't make it last year, but I made it the year before that. And it was just like I said, a really wonderful experience.
Excellent. Well, come up next year. We'll do something.
Definitely, man. Like I was telling you in the backstage, I'm having like New England nostalgia. Thinking I'm 25 again, conquering the city of Providence.
I wish I was 25 again. Jesus Christ.
No, I hear that. And I was having a day this week when my Twilight Zone kicked the camo was in. I was like, dude, remember?
Well, all you need is just get yourself a lobster roll and ask someone to flip you the bird. That's to take care of give you all the warm and fuzzies.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure Saki's Pizza's still fucking around. I'm the worst pizza place on God's green earth.
It's tough to have a bad pizza place.
That's true. Saki's was pretty bad, man. It was right across the street from my dorm.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. If usually you're close to a college, they don't need to be.
Yeah,
just greasy spoon kind of stuff.
Like I said, that just shows. But I have fond memories of Johnson, Wales. I have fond memories of New England. And
Excellent.
Just at a stage where just give me feeling very nostalgic lately.
There you go.
So when I come up, I'll have to kidnap you and a couple of the other New England USQ Patriots and eggs.
Yeah, definitely we'll go do something. 100%.
Yeah, eggs and legs at the Foxy Lady, my old my old stomping ground where no one I worked for even works there anymore.
Eggs and legs at the Foxy Lady.
That's because one of my professor at the time was like, if I let you intern there, will you just shut up about talking about it and never wear the T-shirt on the campus ever in my classroom ever again? I was like, yeah, that's a deal.
I remember during the pandemic, if you drove by the Foxy Lady, they had two like wedding tents set up in the parking lot, and they were just folding chairs 10 feet apart, and just guys getting lap dancing under a wedding tent in a parking lot with a mask on.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Do you know what's going on with the 430 tour?
So from what I don't have anything official. I haven't talked to the boss about it. From what I understand is that the July 12th thing he was talking about initially is obviously not happening because that's like in 2 weeks. I think you're looking towards the fall, honestly, because I think when the when the article came out about the MPAA giving it its rating, it said
Yep.
something about fall 2024. So if I had to guess, because he usually does this stuff when I'm not available and I'm far away, I would imagine that the premiere would be like around Columbus Day weekend because I can't make it.
Okay,
So
so maybe I'll have a chance to let that be the Thirst Kevin event I get to this year.
maybe, yeah. I mean,
Because
because it's like,
unfortunately I just found out about the driving bear thing at at Smod Castle that's happening Saturday, like today.
yeah, I got offered to go to. Some people have like extra tickets they can't make, and I'm like, I just can't do the drive and pay for the hotel this weekend. I just can't do it, which I would love to because the Clerks cartoon is probably my favorite thing he's ever done. I adore that cartoon. I keep every episode on my phone. I watch it all the time, but yeah, it's just timing is a adult adulting is a motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
That's another way to put it.
I noticed that too. Adulting's a bitch. There's like every event that he's had this year. It's either I found it either after the fact, like the Chasing Amy thing.
Yeah,
I was like, I would have went to that if I knew about it. And it was
yeah.
also the same day as my niece's birthday party. So
Mm. Well, the other thing too is, unfortunately, and this isn't his fault, but Red Bank, New Jersey, people don't understand that during all like the spring and summer months, to get a hotel room in Red Bank, New Jersey, or Highlands, or anywhere near Asbury,
good
costs a
luck.
goddamn fortune. It's a
Yeah,
fortune
because
because,
of because you're getting all they would never get all the money from the shore people.
and it's a big wedding
Yep.
destination, so really expensive. Like I think I was looking for, because I was looking for when it was possibly gonna be like July 12th or whatever. I was looking for that weekend, and the
Yep.
Marriott was like $700 a night, and that's just not in the
No,
cards,
holy
obviously.
yeah! Wait, I know what Marriott you're talking about. They wanted 700 a night for that dumb.
700 that weekend, yeah. So, and I think the cheapest I found was like four something. So that's a heavy
Wow.
lift to go watch a movie, $400. Even though I'm in the movie and I must be there opening night, but it's
Said it
it's
makes me
a
appreciate
lot of
that
cake.
I'm only 2 hours away from Red Bank.
I mean, I'm only four and a half, but like I've done I remember I think it was after the reboot premiere, I drove home at like 1:30 in the morning, and my days of doing the 24-hour swing to Red Bank are long gone, man. I can't hang like that anymore.
No, I hear about it. I mean, there was a time it had to be there. Yes, it was the Q&A that lasted forever and forever, forever. That one that went to about 5 in the morning almost.
No, not a Kevin Q&A. Those are always very timely.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's the reason it says that Spot Castle. The first thing it says in big letters for a Kevin Smith event, come early as possible because it's going to last very, very long.
Yes, yes, I do love the first time they threw that disclaimer. I chuckled. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I just saw because I just saw I was looking for tickets for something because I did not realize that the Jaws marathon was last Sunday.
yes, yes,
Uh, like my whole month of June and July is fucked up because of my parents. Because
yeah, no, here,
I'm house and cat sitting while they're in
yeah,
Europe. So everything
yeah,
that I wanted to do, like it's up and including San Diego Comic Con, uh, it's just like out the door this year.
yeah.
You know, so for the rest of the year, are there any Kevin events that we will see each other at, or
So whenever the 4:30 thing happens, I'm gonna try my damnedest to be there opening night in Jersey. I'm not doing Chronicon. We've talked about that before.
yeah, neither am I.
I'm gonna try to hit something else. I don't know when. It really all depends. I have some other trips. I have like a work trip and some other stuff coming up in the fall, so I have to see how it shakes out. I'm hoping. I mean, I am. I mean, I'm gonna have like some golden calf stuff coming up eventually too. So I'm not really sure. I mean, if there is something you're going to, you let me know and I'll try my best to get down there. We'll see if we can, make it work.
Yeah, because right now the only thing I got planned on my calendar is like a couple, just because, like I said, if I take Penn Station, I can get to Red Bank in about an hour and a half.
Yeah, 100%.
And I just want to have a little bit what I want to actually talk with Mike and Julie and Ernie and Ashley when there's not an event, because just pick their brains on comic book retelling and podcasting and
Yeah. I mean, if you can pull off that thing you were talking about, I'll definitely be down there. I'll find a way to get down for that.
yeah, basically, anyone who knows me knows I've been pitching this to anyone who will listen for the last 3 years. I do this every Exotica. Ernie and Ashley, you never listen to me, so I'm going to just say it here. October 25th, 26th, and 27th, the Exotica Expo is in Edison, New Jersey. The stars of one of your movies is there every year. Blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, nice thighs. I may be blind. I'm not that blind.
Jason Mewes.
And her titties are nice and brown.
Oh, that one.
So what you do is you get Katie Morgan, who's there at Exotica every year.
Yeah.
We book her for a Q&A with a showing of Zach and Miri make a porno.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we could sell the house out.
Oh, that would sell out. It would 100% sell out.
Yeah. So that, and then my other thing is because I'm friends with her agent, is I'd love to do a screening of White Chicks with Megan Ward. I can't help it. Zach and Miri changed my life for the better, man.
There you go.
And it's like life imitating art or something.
Work those phones, man. Make it happen.
That's true. Like Zach and Miri was just my textbook on how to make adult content.
Blind Adam presents Katie Morgan at Smodcastle.
That would be kind of sweet.
We'll make T-shirts for it.
But do you think we'll get anything special? And I can't believe this. I'm really feeling like an old bastard when I realize that Mallrats is going to be 30 years old next year.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if we're anything special. I mean, you get. I'm trying to think. Maybe if Universal
Amazon, shut up. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, shut up, Alexia, you bitch. Maybe if Universal won't relinquish the rights for the movie, maybe you get the Mallrats 2 script done as a comic book on Dark Horse, possibly.
That would be sweet.
I mean, you're not going to get a new physical release of the movie because you just had that Criterion Collection kind of thing. The hell was it?
What was that, like 2-3 years ago, maybe?
Something like that, but they just redid it again in 4K. I always forget the name of the place that put it out. But so that's not going to happen.
Wait, was that the Arrow release that they did recently?
Arrow, that's what it was. Yes, they did. Yeah, they did an Arrow in 4K. So you're not going to get another movie release, but you're probably going to get. I would say you're going to get a Smodcastle event. I would think. So there's that.
It'd be nice if they can do a Smodcastle event and just have as much of the cast there, or at least the ones that are at every comic book convention lately.
Yeah, I mean, can you get Lee and London and like Joey maybe? They've all been there before. It's a possibility.
Yeah, that's true. Shannon does all the you see, it looks like she's exclusive to Fan Expo because I see her name at every Fan Expo guest list lately.
Yeah, I think she has a deal with Fan Expo right now. But I don't think you're going to get her at the castle. I don't think you're ever going to get Affleck. You're not going to get Claire. So, but I mean, I'm sure he'll do something. Even though it didn't burn down the box office back in the day, it has become quite the cult favorite. So I'm sure there'll be something little. I will say we got the script from Mallrats 2 on the cruise. It was amazing. So
You know,
still hopeful.
everyone who's on the cruise, I've been hearing how great it is, and
Excellent. It was excellent.
I'm hoping it does. If Dark Horse through Secret Stash Press will eventually make that a comic.
Yeah, it could be cool. So
make a nice companion piece to the Mallrats companion book.
There you go.
Which is
100% it would be.
Actually, which I do very well with on the aftermarket with that thing. It's a secret, but I'm not going to reveal how I make my money with that here on live because I might as well just shoot myself in the foot.
Mum's the word.
Yep. And it doesn't help that it's already signed by 2 of the cast members, so you just like mix and match who you need after Jay and Kevin.
Yep.
I know you're not up to episode 5, but what are your thoughts on The Boys?
Oh yeah, so The Boys is, I think, might be my all-time favorite comic to live action adaptation. It's pretty stellar. I adored the first couple seasons. This season, it's starting off a little slower for a lot of people, but I think it's because you're building towards what's going to being the biggest of big bads. You're kind of going in a different route with the villain, which is cool. I love it so far. I thought the last episode was hilarious. I'm going to watch this week's. As you watch on Friday, so I'm excited to watch this one. I know we only got one more season, so I know they're gonna, go out with a bang. But so far, so good, definitely.
I'm loving it. Like I said, the Firecracker Starlight fight in the last episode was, classic Firecracker Goatinger.
Yep.
As soon as I knew when she mentioned the abortion thing, I was like, all right, so it's gonna, all right. And then watching Starlight just beat the ever loving shit out of her, like, what was nuts.
Yeah, you almost wonder if like Starlight's gonna kind of almost turn into like a Homelander type, where she's just gonna stop, fighting like the inner control kind of. So I'm excited to see where the season goes. I want this. I want my next season of Gen V. I want Mexico, whatever they're doing. Just give me all of the stuff, all the boy stuff. Not all the boy stuff, but all the stuff in the boys universe. Give me all of it.
Yeah, and everyone who doesn't want to read, all the comics are adapted into graphic audio graphic novels.
Yep, and if you don't want to have to worry about knowing the comics, after about the 3rd episode of the show, the comics really don't make a lot of sense anymore because characters who get ripped to pieces are still around. So
yeah, it's basically that it's a loose adaptation, but I love it. I just think, like I said in the backstage, I feel like I with this show, I feel like I'm watching pornography without the porn.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a satire. And honestly, the whole show, there's 2 sides of it. You have like the Vought side, then everything else side, and no matter what everyone does, it's all just kind of like a big fuck you to everything that happens in the world. Whatever you're offended by, whatever you don't like, whatever you do with your political views, the thing just flips you the finger every chance it gets, and I adore it. So
yeah, I just love the fact that Firecracker is supposed to be this evangelical, sweet and wholesome thing, and then next thing she's in the boardroom kicking guys in the nuts, beating the shit out of them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or you have Homelander being the most. He's supposed to be a Captain America type character. Then he goes and kills his creators over the most petty, most childish shit you can imagine.
Yeah, no, it's it's true. I mean, people are horrible. So if you had people with these kind of powers, they'd be extra horrible, and there's just no way around it. So
the only thing that pissed me off about the last episode is made me craving Cookie Puss. I didn't even know Carvel still made that.
Yeah. So we don't have Carvel up in New England anymore. But when I was a kid, man, Fudgy the Whale was where it was at. I mean, you can get like Carvel at the grocery store, but they don't have Fudgy the Whale or Cookie Puss anymore.
No, I mean they don't have the good Carvel stuff at the grocery store.
Nope. Dude, Fudgy's so good.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, wow, Cookie, I haven't thought of funny. So it's nuts.
Such a good show.
That's true. Did you ever see that ABC Clerks pilot?
Yeah, with Jim Brewer.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it was the biggest piece of dog shit I think I've ever seen in my life. It was atrocious.
It was, oh my God. I watched it about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, the fuck?
It's one of the first things I found when the internet video became a thing was that. And it was like, I was like, holy shit, this is horrible. So I'm glad it was buried. And if you haven't seen it, don't go watch it.
Don't waste your time. You know, you'd have more fun with the Clerks porn parody than you would with that.
I mean, you have more fun drilling construction screws into your thighs than watching that.
I mean,
So
it was just, oh my. I've never seen that. That's just every good example of how a corporation can just like anally fuck you in the butt and not care.
yeah, it's not Clerks at all. What it is it's just the only thing Clerks about is there's two guys who are like snarky who work at a cash register. It's not Quick Stop. It's not Jersey. It's not. It's not. It's nothing. Nothing about it is Clerks. So.
You know, I still say my favorite piece of Clerks animation is the animated lost scene.
Oh yeah, that's good. That was good.
Just because I recently had Phil Hester on the podcast, so
Oh really? Wow.
yeah, I'll send you the episode. I
Yeah,
saw
definitely.
it on Twitter, and I just took a chance. I sent out a direct message, you know, and he agreed to come on the show.
That's amazing.
You know, so he was talking about all his fun memories of doing Green Arrow.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that Quiver run, it's an excellent run. It's one of my all-time favorite, contained story arcs.
Actually, that entire run of the Green Arrow, even past Quiver.
Yeah, like bow and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Longbow, whatever it was,
the
yeah.
Brett Meltzer stuff was great.
Yep.
Everything up to where they revealed that Mia had HIV, I thought was one of my favorite runs of comics of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're about a month away from Deadpool and Wolverine. Do you think we're gonna get the biggest bang for our buck? Because I'm still a little nervous about this.
No, I think they're gonna do what they aim to do. They're gonna go out. They're gonna give you like the fuck you version of an MCU movie.
Nice.
I mean, they've already said that I think they released a runtime of Hugh Jackman in The Mask, 9 minutes and 20 something seconds. That's way more than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Ooh,
nice.
Yeah. So I mean, I was thinking like 10 seconds. So that's awesome for me. I think you're gonna get all your Fox X-Men stuff, whether you like that or not. So you're gonna get your James Marshers, your Famke Jensens, Holly Berrys. I think it's just gonna be a good time. It's gonna be like a fitting kind of end to that Fox universe before they go and restart it. They're already talking about. There's already some casting rumors for the mutants in the MCU now. So I definitely think it's gonna be good. You're gonna get the dog and Deadpool, Lady Deadpool, and the floating head and all that stuff, and some TVA stuff and X-Men stuff. So bring it on.
Please let the first Fox character he kills be Elektra from Jennifer Garner, please.
If they're gonna kill it. It's basically gonna be to me. When I first heard they were doing this, I was like, oh, it's gonna be Deadpool kills the Marvel universe with all the Fox characters. So I mean, it looks like they have the Sticky Fingers Blade character from the Spike TV show in there and stuff too, and Juggernaut, like the Vinnie Jones one, and
yep.
Let's bring it. Let's fucking go.
Exactly. My follow-up question to this is, do you think we're gonna get Taylor Swift in any capacity?
So I know the rumor. So everyone's like, "Oh, she's gonna be Lady Deadpool." His wife is gonna be Lady Deadpool.
No, that's definitely gonna be
yeah.
Mrs. Reynolds, aka Blake Lively.
If so, it could be Dazzler, but I don't think she's gonna be in it.
I think they'll give us like 3 seconds of her if she is in this. We'll get like a
Yeah.
quick cameo with her as Dazzler, and they'll have her sing a song, and they'll put that song as the soundtrack to the fucking movie somewhere.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, it's. I don't know if you've seen the prices of that first appearance of Dazzler book, man. I think
Actually,
it's
I'm kind of pissed. I'm kind of happy. Like the collector in me is,
dude
pissed.
that was like a $28 book, and then they said Tay Tay, and all of a sudden it's like $490. It's crazy.
I just recently saw the 9.8 for upwards of like $750. So.
Oh Christ! So people better
like-
hope she's in it, because if you pay $750 for that book and there's no Tay Tay in this
the
movie,
guy who bought it for me, thank you.
oh yeah. And to that guy, when she's not in it, I'll buy it back from you for $85, like it was worked beforehand.
That's what I think I'm gonna start putting like disclaimers on all my eBay sales.
Yeah, yeah.
If the rumor you read in Hollywood Rags doesn't come true, I'm not responsible for your losses. Have a
Seriously,
blessed day.
I'm almost thinking someone found like a box of those books, and it's like, oh, I'll just put a rumor on the internet that Taylor's, hop on the movie website. But I don't know. I mean, it could happen, but I don't think so. I mean, I think it's going to be a great movie. But on the plus side, if you're in the theater and you're not enjoying the movie, at least you can still fuck the popcorn bucket. So you're always.
I may actually go see it a fifth time. At Smod Castle, and bring the popcorn bucket with me.
There you go.
Michael Zapek said that I could do the Pee Wee Herman thing to a popcorn bucket on an episode of the Inside the Stash podcast. He said
Excellent.
Ernie said it would be okay.
Excellent.
And Ernie said if he did it, he'd beat the shit. If I ever tried it, he'd beat the shit out of me. But and I told him, you should talk to Mike to tell not encourage people to try stuff like that.
There you go. That sounds very much like Mike and very much like Ernie.
Yep. So, are you reading any of the two big event books we have this summer? Absolute Power and Blood Hunt. Are you reading them?
So I'm not doing Blood Hunt. I tend not to read the Marvel books anymore. I'll buy a couple here and there for covers. But I find Marvel's books to be just absolute trash. The writing is horrible. The Absolute Power, I read the preview on Free Comic Book Day, and I have a couple. I've been buying the issues, but I've been getting like a lot of the Suicide Squad had a nice foil, and so I'm buying some things like that just for the art. So I will end up reading it when it becomes a collected works, like a graphic novel.
All right, cool.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you first, sir.
I was saying, so the one event that I did read was I'm a huge Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan. And the comics, they did a 4-part event. Yeah, huge. They did a 4-part event called Power Rangers The Return. It was written by the Amy Jo Johnson, who played the Pink Ranger back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's about they grew up and all kinds of stuff happened, and one of them died and stuff like that. And the 4 out of 4 just came out for that, and that series was excellent. And then also they started doing Power Rangers versus Godzilla again, so I'm reading that one. So those are the two big events that I'm actively reading.
Yeah, actually, and I just got away from my copies to come to me from my wholesaler. I'm looking forward to Power Rangers versus Godzilla 2.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wait for trade on the Amy Jo Johnson thing.
Yep.
Because I want to read it all in one sitting.
Yep. It's excellent. Excellent. So.
Also, can we bitch slap Austin St. John as hard as humanly possible? Please, somebody, knock his ass out.
Still one of my guys, man. I can't. Those guys were such a big part of my life. I mean, my whole family was in the Power Rangers, so they were just, no matter what, they're still our guys, man. I adore them all.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, some of his recent antics kind of irk me.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's kind of weird, seeing that someone you looked up to when you were a kid, and whatever they do as an adult, you might not agree with it. It's unfortunate. But he's kind of got to look past it to me and look at all the good memories and stuff like that.
Yeah. I try not to let it taint. After all, Power Rangers put me through my senior year of high school.
Yeah, I was in 6th grade when it came out, but The only thing about that is like I've met him. I've been lucky enough to meet all of them. They've all been great to me, so that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, I hear you. You know, yeah, I actually got a nice rejection letter from him because I tried to get him on the podcast back in the day when he was having one of his issues. It's like, nah, this is not the right time for me to be doing interviews. But thank you for
Yeah.
the interest.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And like I said, my favorite Power Ranger memory is I got a 5-minute interview with Jason David Frank. God rest his soul.
Oh God, yeah, he was the best, man.
You know, like I said, you know, I was impressed. Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con a few years back, and it's like, you want to do 5 minutes with Jason David Frank? I was like, yes, please.
Yeah, when my little brother first got re-diagnosed with cancer, Xavier Frank sent him a little video thing, and it meant the world to him. So, you know, forever he's gonna be, you know, Jason David Frank's almost like a family member on my side of the track. So,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, same here. I mean, I went Wizard World when they try to do conventions in New York.
I remember those.
Indoor Manhattan, which is like one of the worst. They picked like the worst venue in like the financial district in New York City. Like the con at.
I remember those.
And then summertime too. So no air conditioning in the arena at all. It was horrible. But I take a friend of mine she was in a wheelchair, and Jason David Frank was nothing but gracious and loving to her.
Yeah, he was a good one, man. It was horrible what happened. So
yeah, I mean, I saw his daughter at a convention last year. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah. Jenna was at Rhode Island last year. So
yeah, she was at Contropolis in Jersey, which is the expanded.
Oh yeah,
Rhode Island
the new
Comic-Con.
the Jersey version of Rhode Island Comic Con.
Oh yeah, like I said, I have my issues with the promoter a little bit, so
Yeah.
Like I said, which I'm not gonna get into because I'm just guilty by association.
Yeah, I can't say nothing. I kind of work for them, so.
No, they're great. There was one year where it took forever to load in and out.
Oh yeah, no, that happens. They drop big crowds when they get big names.
Vehicles, it was the year that I was there with my buddies who own all the replica cars.
Oh yeah, okay.
And waiting with that stuff is just a pain in the ass sometimes. But that's more. I plan that more on my buddies than I do the promotion when that shit happens.
Gotcha.
Like setting up a booth with replica vehicles is just a bitch. That's what I no longer work with those guys.
I can imagine.
But, we never really one convention where we're almost ready to kill one another.
That's funny.
And then I had a disagreement with that. I was like, why don't we get a replica of the Bluntmobile?
That'd be dope.
It's just something because it's something I would like, And then it's like, why do we need to bring like 5 different versions of the Batmobile to every fucking show we do?
Batman equals money, baby.
I know that, but do we really need to bring like the 6? I always tell them, do we really need to bring the 66, 89, the Forever, and the Justice League, Batman versus Superman version all to the same show?
You could just bring the 66. That's my favorite pop culture car of all time. So
I've seen it so many times in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And been inside it so many times that I'm now sick of it.
That makes sense.
I love it, but at the same time, I
something new.
What advice would you give to someone wanting to start a podcast?
Wow, yeah. I mean, I would say just do it. It doesn't take much. I was lucky enough where, growing up, I always wanted to work in sports radio. And So when the podcasting kind of came around, I looked into it a bit, and I had no one to do it with at the time. And then I met, one of my co-hosts, Chris, at a Kevin event. I was like, hey, would you want to do this thing? He's like, yeah, sure. Why the hell not? And then we just went out and we bought stuff to do it, but you don't have to buy anything to do it. You can do it with your phone, for Christ's sake, like a laptop. So, just do it. I mean, that's the cool thing. I mean, today's day and age, if you want to do something, just do it, man. It's like there's no reason not to do anything. Put it out there and just see what happens.
With everything, there's like less barriers nowadays.
Yeah, because you can do it all yourself. You don't have to worry about even so like, oh well, I don't have to like worry about back in the day if you wanted to be like on radio, quote unquote, you had to go find a station to give you time. And now it's like you just start a SoundCloud page. It's like $11 a month.
Yep.
Go for it, Now just do the thing, and just be creative and
$15.
yeah, exactly. And just get your friends together, find something you like, talk about it. Just don't steal any of my bits. That's all I ask.
Exactly. Like I said, I think I'm safe because it's kind of hard to imitate a high-pitched jackass.
There you go. You're good. That's gonna be too. Like, I sound like I'm 12 years old. So.
Yeah, sure. No, I'll never forget from my time with Howard Stern. It's just like Howard used to be. I hate Adam. I hate to send a blind Adam's voice. But yet you put up a high pitch Eric. What the fuck?
I forgot about high pitch Eric. Forgot all about him. Holy shit.
All he's in nowadays. Yeah. If you could interview anyone from the USQ world, who would it be?
If I could what from USQ world?
Interview anyone, bring anyone to your
that's a good someone who's alive.
Yeah.
Man.
Or I'll even be more alive or past.
So all time it would have been Carlin.
Me too.
But if we're going just alive, maybe Scott or Ben. Take your pick. I mean, probably Ben would be better radio because we have like the Boston connection kind of thing. We could talk about a lot of hometown stuff, but I think just talking to Mosier and picking his brain would be something else.
That would be sweet. For me it would be Muse.
Yeah.
Just because we have a lot in common as far as overcoming adversities and rebuilding after hardships.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. That's why there's no wrong answer for something like that.
Yeah, probably Jason Lee because without Mallrats.
Yep.
The Birdie Bruce character was always something that I was like, yeah, that's me. To a point where it got me off my ass to go to college and have everything that I've had for the last 25 years now.
That's awesome.
And of course I read about there was another Kevin Jason Lee project that never got off the ground, which is more my life, where it was Jason was to be a guy who owned a comic book store and made porn. And I was like, and I know I look at it, that's basically become my life.
That's funny.
I gotta tell Kevin that story one day. The next time I see him, I was like,
100%.
Basically, one of your unwritten scripts basically is the basis of my entire life, right?
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
What advice would you give to someone, meeting Kevin or any of the VSQ crew for their first time?
I mean, it's that whole don't throw stones in glass house kind of shit. Because I still get excited, even Kevin. I've seen him a million times, but I still get it's almost like seeing family at this point in time. But I would just say one thing I know that I've seen a lot of at the Kevin events is don't go up to Kevin and be like, read my screenplay, sign all my stuff, give me some free shit, all that kind of crap, because it really just irks everybody. Because not only do you cut everyone else's time and everyone's experience, but he's not gonna say
he's
no.
Not gonna look at your fucking script. I don't understand this with any celebrity. They're not gonna look at your script.
just treat him.
Legally, they can't.
Yeah, just and it took me a couple times to really realize like he's people, man. Just and they're all people, and they're just they're people doing people things, and just treat them like that. And again, it's hard for me to say because I even still get like jittery around some of them sometimes.
Same here. I mean, just lately, just some of the. So I've noticed this not just with Kevin, but with a lot of other, meet and greets and stuff of that nature. Just a lot of them, like, look at my art, look at my script, and not just one or two things to get autographed, or even 4 or 5, but like there was a convention not too long ago where I was behind the guy with a short box.
Oh yeah,
To the point where I wanted to kick the fucking guy in the head and steal his short box.
Yeah, those are the worst. Yeah, no, it's like just act like a human being and treat it like have respect for the people around you and the person you're meeting and stuff like that, and just enjoy the moment and don't make it something it doesn't have to be. Again, I'm the wrong fucking guy to ask that question to, but.
Sure. I mean, I've been guilty once or twice too, but I'm pretty sure he threw my. As I came in, but 20 years ago, I made a short movie, and I gave him a special thanks in the credits. I said, "Hey man, I'd like to give this to you?" And he took it. Don't know if he ever watched it or not, but my goal was to hand him a copy of the movie. So
Yeah, there you go.
he took it. He gave me a hug, and he's like, "That's cool." And
yeah,
and then after that, I took time off from everything to take care of my grandmother, God rest her soul. So wound up becoming a fan again for a little bit. Are there any other movies besides Deadpool, Wolverine you're excited for?
Damn, that's a real good question. I still need to go see Inside Out 2. I'm excited for that one. I've just been so damn busy. Maybe I'll try to check that box this weekend. But really, it's Deadpool, and then I think really until the Ballerina comes out, which is the Ana de Armas movie spun off of the John Wick universe. That's the next thing that I'm excited for, and there's no release date yet. That's probably really it. I'm not saying there's not going to be other good stuff in between then, but just like as far as something that like I have like marked on the calendar that I know is coming, it's probably the Ballerina, and that's it.
We could look for a release date because for me it's that and Venom Last Dance because I really like the trailer.
Yeah, no, the thing with dude, that Venom Carnage movie was such a piece of shit. I don't think I can.
Maybe I'm lucky because I saw Venom 1. I did not see that.
Dude, it honestly that movie might be worse than Catwoman. Shit, you not.
You just told me to at least watch it once on Prime or something now.
Yeah, I'll watch Venom when it comes out on streaming or whatever, but I can't in good conscience give Sony another $12. I can't do it. Those guys are retards.
Amazon, stop. That's the reason I'm so happy that I watched Metal Web on Netflix and then go to the theater for it.
Nope, haven't watched it. Probably won't ever watch it.
Actually, I've seen pornos with better plot.
I can imagine. Maybe I'll watch the Madam Web porn.
I've seen high school plays with better costuming and better plot.
Yeah, so I'll wait for the adult parody of Madam Web. It's probably a better movie. So you let me know when that comes out, Adam. I'll check that one out.
I will. I better watch myself. I'm gonna get myself written into like an updated version of Mallrats 2 at this point. Actually, no. The one cameo I'd love to be a Mallrats 2 is just to be the Easter Bunny.
To be the Easter.
I was still doing that as like for a Q&A, just come and cosplaying as the Easter Bunny and be like, Kevin, what the fuck's your problem, man? Every fucking Easter funny. Push in the stomach and it's your movie stall.
Yeah, the guy every year gets the shit kicked out of him because the original one.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be funny.
So besides the boys, what else have you been binge watching? You seen the Acolyte yet?
I watched the first 3. I'm having trouble going back for more. I'm one of those Star Wars guys though that kind of protects the wall. So that's a That's a sore spot with me. I've been watching The Boys. We watched that show Ghosts on CBS, which is really good. Trying to think what's coming out. I just got done watching Avatar with my kid. That was really good on Netflix. There's another Netflix show coming. I forget what it is. I don't watch a ton more. I've been watching old stuff. Like, for some reason, like on Prime, I started watching Bob Newhart from back in the 80s. So I'm running through Newhart again.
Nice.
That's like 10 years worth of shows. And then, Shoresy, which is a hockey show on Crave or Hulu. It's a spinoff of Letterkenny. That just ended. I was watching that. I love Shoresy. I love all that Letterkenny stuff. So there was that. And then, up in my area, it's been a lot of basketball playoff games and stuff like that. So the sports have kind of taken front and center.
I'm sure with the Celtics, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so we won another championship, which is good because
And
the
you
Port
guys
of Pride
didn't-
Children
you
of
guys didn't
Boston.
burn the city down. Okay, cool.
I know. I mean, you got to really give your heart up to the children of Boston because they haven't had a parade for like 4 years. They didn't know what to do with themselves. But yeah, since that's over with, I'm hoping to get more into stuff. There's some movies I got to catch up on and things like that. And so yeah, so I'm not a big binge person, so I kind of like going week to week. So there was something else I was watching on Disney Plus. What was it? I forget the name of the show, but it's almost like damn it, what was it? It's like a period kind of show, almost like a Doctor Who-y kind of thing.
All right,
I can't remember.
Like I said, there's just like this is what I
So much
think was. I'm happy I grew up in the era that I did because I feel I'm way too spoiled now with this stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm saying if you never had to like run from taking a piss back to the living room and like diving over a coffee table into the couch without spilling a drink because the commercial break was getting ready to end on your cartoon or something, then you haven't lived. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, or you missed an episode because you didn't program your VCR correctly.
Yeah, so you have to wait till like the next summer to see it again if they show it in.
You first, sorry.
No. I'm saying if they even showed the show again, because you didn't always get every episode in order again on reruns.
That's true. Or you saw Batman 1989 in the theater like a shit ton of times, and then you had to wait like almost a year and a half to get the VHS tape.
Yeah, that was just to rent the VHS tape. It was usually like a year to rent it, and then if you wanted to buy it at home, it was like another year after the rental came out sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, with Batman 89, they just released that to buy like right away.
Did they? Okay. I remember the Disney movies. It was never that we're never that lucky. So.
Oh yeah, the Disney movie, they you get them once every like 5 years.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why I find it funny that now they're all in one place and you watch them whenever you want.
Press the button, make it go.
Yeah, they're not just the greatest babysitting tool in the whole wide world.
Seriously, you know, our babysitting tool was a stick.
Yeah, occasionally there'd be a ball with the stick, so you had something to hit around. But
we could never afford the ball. It was just a stick.
yeah, like I said, but growing up, I used to pretend with a stick. I used to pretend I was Conan in my grandparents' backyard. Yeah, it wasn't like I said. It feels like we get spoiled even with all the comic book adaptations. Is there anything that hasn't been adapted yet that you think that this would be cool on screen?
Oh, that's a good question. So, I think it would be what hasn't been done yet. So there's a new Image book out called Redcoat, which is like a time-traveling Revolutionary War soldier kind of thing. That could be kind of cool.
Is that part of the Jeff Jones universe?
Yeah, it's one of those Jeff John. Yeah, Jeff John stuff. I think a proper another Spawn adaptation could be good, like a proper one, like a live action. But
one that doesn't look like a 12-year-old's made it.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, there's actually no, it could be cool. So Marvel did so well with like the street level guys, like your Luke Cage and your Daredevil. There's a Marvel character called Night Thrasher. And I think you could do Night Thrasher in live action. It'd be really cool because you could kind of have him be like an ex MMA guy or something like that. And I think it'd be very easy to add him to like your stable of street level heroes. And it wouldn't be a heavy lift or an expensive lift because he has no powers. So I would say Night Thrasher could be cool. Or, I'm such a huge fan of all the X stuff from the 90s. So if you gave me like X Force with like Cable and Shatterstar, a real Shatterstar, and like Cannonball and Boom Boom and Wolvesbane, and that would just be amazing.
That would be amazing. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that Fabian Nunzo and Rob Liefeld X Force run would just slap as a live action. Or hell, even an animated show. You just had the X-Men 97 stuff just kill it.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, because you already got Sunspot and Cannonball in 97 as it is. You can spin that out of 97.
Yeah. 100%.
What did you think in 97? Because I think it was the best thing Marvel's done in years.
I could not agree more. To me, it was a 10 out of 10. It was me and my daughter were glued to our remote the second that thing went live every week. I couldn't get enough of it. I thought it was just absolutely breathtaking. It was everything I wanted to be and more. I don't think it could be any better than it was.
And the one moment that I didn't think Disney was going to have the balls to do, they actually did from X-Men 25 with the ripping out of the Anthem.
The adamantium rip? Yeah.
Yeah, I said, I don't. But as soon as I heard Wolverine do the previews of X-Men, I knew we were getting it.
Yeah, that was crazy. I think they're gonna. Obviously they're gonna go back and kind of fix everything with like the Apocalypse stuff from season 2. But the fact that they killed Gambit, man, I was like, you got to be kidding me. But like, we see he went out like a boss, though, man. He went out like a friggin' G. That was insane.
Yeah, the name's Gambit. Remember it.
Oh, and then he just lit that dude up. They're gonna end up time traveling and fixing all of it anyway, but eventually. But yeah, it was.
I actually think we're gonna get one of my favorite parts from the comics. You're gonna get Gambit as death.
Oh, 100% you are. Yeah, you're getting full like Age of Apocalypse, Era of Apocalypse kind of stuff. So, bring it on.
Like I said, my only I guess gripe with 97 was more in the voice casting than anything else at certain points.
Really? I mean, it was like 85% the original cast.
I guess it took me a little bit of getting used to having Jennifer Hale playing Jean Grey.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, no, I mean, for you, it was once I had the song, I was done. I was good. Okay, this is how we go. Like it's gonna be what I want, and it just delivered every emotion that show could have hit in me. It hit. So to me, it was an absolute home run. Like I hope to God, like someone on that show needs to win some kind of award. They really do.
Yes, and I hope that we get a Spider-Man 98 spin out of it as well, because they answered in their own weird way. They answered one of the biggest questions of the Spider-Man animated series.
I know, and it was like, oh, you saw Peter and MJ, and then like, plus it was like the Daredevil from that universe and everything, and that show was good too, man.
Friends of mine who were voice cast members of the Spider-Man animated series, and they're like, we know nothing. We don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would
if I was a betting man in Las Vegas, what are the odds? Like we don't know that.
No, I mean I think it's 50-50 at this point in time, I would think. So I don't know. I'm sure if you'll probably know more at San Diego Comic-Con, right? Or at D23. Probably no more at D23.
I guess D23 because Marvel doesn't go to San Diego anymore, unfortunately.
No, they don't. Disney has their own.
Yep. That's the reason I'm at a point with San Diego Comic-Con. If I can make it, I can make it. And if I can't, I can't.
Yeah, I heard it was awesome last year without everyone there. So it was like an actual Comic-Con, but see how it goes.
I'm getting that way with New York Comic-Con the last 2 or 3 years too.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And that's because I actually last year I got pushed into and almost tripped into someone's booth last year.
That's horrible.
And then I had the once again, the event, and I need DJ here as my witness to hear this. If I'm at a comic book convention and you come up to me and ask me if I'm really blind, I should have the right to kick you in your fucking nuts.
Right in the nuts.
No, I had someone come. I had 3 people last year. I had, you know, my cosplayer, human seeing eye dog. She's helped me take pictures and all that stuff. You know, for the podcast. And someone comes to me. It's like, did you get me on camera? Did you get me on camera? I'm like, no. And then he goes, I guess you didn't. He goes, can I ask a question? He goes, are you really blind, or are you just cosplaying? And I had to bite my tongue not to lose it, because you know, that was the first guy. An hour later, you know, hung out with Dan Hasen for a few minutes. You know, and then someone goes, you know, we took a picture, hit that whole AEW booth.
Mhm.
And someone comes up to me, did you get me on camera? Did you get me on camera? I'm like, no.
Like, dude, it's like if you're going to that place, don't like you're gonna get in people's shots. Like,
Yeah, and then
you have.
they were using that as an excuse to be like, and then they're like, the second person goes, can I ask you a question? I said, let me guess. You want to know about it's a sight question, is it? You're like, yes. You mind? I'm like, no. Because if you ask me an intelligence and blindness question, I have no problem answering it.
So we need to make you a "Yes, I'm really blind" T-shirt. Is what we need. What you're saying?
Yeah, basically. You know, but they go, no. But even if I wore that, people would still come up to me.
Yeah, no shit.
And
Yeah.
Ever since the Daredevil show, there's people who cosplay with the cane and the whole 9 yards as Matt Murdock.
Yeah, that's
and
trash.
It makes my life a living fucking hell. I've seen like 2 or 3 of them. They don't even use like real canes. They have these little prop canes they use.
Yeah. That's shitty.
It's just like, are you really blind? Are you cosplay? I just want to like punch them upside their. I just want to pretend I'm Starlight. You know, yeah, but yeah, I want to thank you for coming on tonight.
Oh, of course, anytime, brother.
You know, like I said, you know, are we gonna be bumping into each other in August, or?
I think so. I think I'll see you at Terrificon.
Yep, definitely.
So I'll be there with Al too, probably. So.
All right, so cool. So you can you can referee the fight.
There we go, and I'll buy pizza after.
All right, no, just because you know, I want to take the Sergeant Slaughter challenge.
Oh God, yeah, I love Sergeant Slaughter.
If you can survive the Cobra Crotch, you get this gold medal.
And for being like 70-something years old, like that man is so strong still. His hands are like granite. Awesome. It's amazing.
I know. I need to send the last couple of videos to Mitch. Just be like, I'm dead serious. I want to take a Cobra. Just give me the press pass, because I want to take the Cobra Clutch from Sergeant Slaughter and Kikita Clutch from Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah, it's like Samoa Joe should be there.
Yep. And he's got a good guest list on all fronts this year.
Super good guest list. Yeah, it's killer guest list this year.
Yep. You know.
So.
You know. So
yeah.
Like I said, everyone, you know, you can find DJ on the World of Kevin Smith and the what's the sister group? The Ewok thing?
I'm not in that one. I'm only on the World of Kevin Smith Facebook group. So you can find me there. You can find me on Twitter at DJernot or at FMan37, which is the Fan Man Podcast page. If you want to hit me up for anything, or Fan Man Podcast on Facebook. That's probably the best place to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
And then if I'll talk to you before then, you have a great 4th of July weekend coming up.
Yeah, man. I'm actually, like I said, I'm still I'm cat sitting to the 5th.
Okay.
And then I have a day off, and I'm cat sitting again to the 13th, because my parents are such jet setters that they book a cruise to Europe, and then the week after they have to do the grandparents thing down at the Jersey Shore.
Oh Jesus.
So
Yeah, so you're tied up, but I mean, well, like I said, have a good weekend regardless, and I will see you in August at Terrificon.
definitely see you at Terrificon, God willing, and
Yep.
you know, like I said, I'll thank you and Mark and everyone in advance. Before I put the looking for cosplayers, if anyone wants to go to Terrificon with me post.
Yeah, and I'll drag Mark on next time. I'll make sure he comes.
No, I understand that this is his work time, so
Yeah. We'll schedule something out. We'll make it work.
Yep. I mean, you have a great night, my brother.
You too, brother. Have a good one.
Yep.
StreamYard link. Skip us. Edit. Awesome. Cancel. Restart. But pause. But return to end stream button. Enter. Banner region.
And,
Not yet button. End stream. But enter.
Goodbye to
StreamYard
you.
dash studio.